Depression, often considered a silent epidemic, has captivated the attention of philosophers, psychologists, and thinkers throughout history. While there are various forms of depression, one that has intrigued many scholars is existential depression, the profound sense of despair that arises when individuals grapple with the fundamental questions of existence. In this exploration, we will delve into the philosophy of depression, examining its roots, manifestations, and potential existential underpinnings. By understanding the philosophical dimensions of depression, we can gain insights into the human condition and perhaps discover ways to navigate the labyrinth of existential despair. Before delving into the philosophical aspects of depression, it is essential to establish a foundational understanding of this complex phenomenon. Depression is not a monolithic experience. Rather, it manifests in various forms, ranging from major depressive disorder to persistent depressive disorder. Symptoms may include persistent sadness, loss of interest or pleasure, changes in sleep and appetite, fatigue, feelings of worthlessness, and thoughts of death. Philosophers and psychologists have long debated the nature and origins of depression. Some argue that it is primarily a biochemical imbalance, while others emphasize the role of life experiences and external factors. However, within the realm of existential philosophy, depression is often viewed as a profound confrontation with the inherent challenges and uncertainties of human existence. Existentialism, a philosophical movement that emerged in the 19th and 20th centuries, provides a lens through which we can explore the philosophy of depression. Existentialist thinkers such as Jean-Paul Sartre, Albert Camus, and Søren Kierkegaard grappled with questions of meaning, freedom, and the human condition. In the existentialist framework, depression can be seen as a reaction to the absurd, the inherent clash between our desire for meaning and the apparent meaninglessness of the universe. Albert Camus, in his influential work, The Myth of Sisyphus, introduces the concept of the absurd as the tension between our need for meaning and the apparent meaninglessness of the world. Sisyphus, condemned to roll a boulder up a hill for eternity, represents the absurd hero who confronts the futility of his actions. Similarly, individuals grappling with depression may find themselves in a seemingly endless struggle to find purpose and meaning in a world that often appears indifferent. Jean-Paul Sartre, another prominent existentialist, focused on the concept of radical freedom and its implications for human existence. In his essay, Existentialism is a Humanism, Sartre argues that humans are condemned to be free, implying that we bear the burden of responsibility for our choices. Depression, within this framework, can be seen as a response to the overwhelming weight of freedom and the anxiety that arises from the awareness of our choices and their consequences. Existential anguish, as described by Sartre, is the emotional turmoil that accompanies the recognition of our absolute freedom. Individuals experiencing depression may feel paralyzed by the responsibility to shape their own lives, leading to a profound sense of despair. In this way, depression becomes a manifestation of the existential struggle to find purpose and direction in a world that demands individual agency. Søren Kierkegaard, often considered the father of existentialism, approached the philosophy of despair from a distinctively religious standpoint. In his work, The Concept of Anxiety, Kierkegaard explores the concept of despair as a fundamental aspect of the human condition. He distinguishes between despair in ignorance and despair in defiance, emphasizing the role of self-awareness in the experience of despair. For Kierkegaard, despair in defiance arises when individuals are aware of the despair but refuse to acknowledge it. This form of despair results from a refusal to embrace one's true self and the responsibilities that come with it. Kierkegaard's solution to despair involves a leap of faith, a radical acceptance of one's finitude and a surrender to the divine. While not everyone may find solace in religious faith, Kierkegaard's perspective offers a unique angle on the existential dimensions of despair. Moving into the 20th century, Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, developed logotherapy as a therapeutic approach rooted in existential philosophy. Frankl's experiences in concentration camps led him to explore the profound impact of meaning on human well-being. In his seminal work, Man's Search for Meaning, Frankl posits that the primary drive in human life is the pursuit of meaning. From a logotherapeutic perspective, depression can be understood as a result of a vital vacuum, a lack of meaning or purpose in one's life. Frankl argues that even in the face of suffering, individuals can find meaning by embracing their capacity for choice and taking responsibility for their attitudes. Logotherapy, therefore, offers a therapeutic avenue that aligns with existential principles, emphasizing the transformative power of finding meaning in the midst of despair. Martin Heidegger, another influential figure in existential philosophy, offers insights into the philosophy of depression through his exploration of authenticity and inauthenticity. In Being and Time, Heidegger introduces the concept of thrownness, the idea that individuals find themselves in a world they did not choose. Depression, within this framework, can be seen as a response to the disorientation that arises when individuals confront the givens of their existence. Heidegger argues that embracing authenticity involves confronting one's own mortality and recognizing the limited time available for meaningful action. Inauthenticity, on the other hand, involves evasion and denial of these existential truths. Depression, in Heideggerian terms, may arise when individuals grapple with the tension between their authentic selves and the societal expectations that often push them towards inauthenticity. While existential philosophy provides a rich framework for understanding the philosophy of depression, psychological perspectives also contribute valuable insights. Psychologists, drawing from various theoretical orientations, explore the cognitive, emotional, and behavioral dimensions of depression. Cognitive theories, such as Aaron Beck's cognitive model of depression, highlight the role of distorted thinking patterns in the development and maintenance of depressive symptoms. From an existential standpoint, these distorted thoughts may be interpreted as attempts to make sense of the absurd or as coping mechanisms in the face of existential anxiety. Emotion-focused approaches, like the work of Paul Ekman on basic emotions, shed light on the emotional landscape of depression. The profound sadness, hopelessness, and despair associated with depression may be understood as emotional responses to the existential challenges that individuals confront. Behavioral perspectives, such as B.F. Skinner's operant conditioning, emphasize the role of reinforcement and punishment in shaping behavior. In the context of depression, patterns of avoidance and withdrawal may be reinforced by the temporary relief they provide from the existential discomfort. To fully grasp the philosophy of depression, it is essential to integrate both existential philosophy and psychological perspectives. The existential dimensions of depression, rooted in the search for meaning, freedom, and authenticity, intertwine with the cognitive, emotional, and behavioral aspects explored by psychologists. Existential psychotherapy, an approach that synthesizes existential philosophy and psychological principles, seeks to address the underlying existential concerns that contribute to depression. Therapists working from this perspective aim to help individuals confront the existential challenges of life, explore their values, and cultivate a sense of purpose and authenticity. As society undergoes rapid changes, the prevalence of existential depression seems to be on the rise. Modern challenges such as technological advancements, social media, and the increasing pace of life have brought new dimensions to the philosophical landscape of depression. The advent of the digital age has transformed the way individuals experience the world, introducing new forms of connection and disconnection. Social media, while offering a platform for social interaction, can also contribute to a sense of existential disconnection. The curated nature of online personas may exacerbate feelings of inauthenticity, as individuals compare their real lives to the carefully crafted images presented on digital platforms. Existential challenges in the digital age extend beyond social media. The rapid pace of technological innovation, coupled with the uncertainty of the future, can intensify existential anxiety. The fear of obsolescence, the erosion of privacy, and the ethical dilemmas posed by emerging technologies all contribute to a sense of existential unease that may contribute to depression. In response to the existential challenges of the modern world, individuals may adopt various coping mechanisms to navigate the complexities of life. Escapism, whether through substance abuse, excessive consumption of entertainment, or other forms of distraction, can offer a respite from the discomfort of existential questioning. However, such avoidance strategies often prevent individuals from engaging with the deeper issues that underlie their depression. The pursuit of external validation, whether through social approval, career success, or material wealth, may serve as a substitute for authentic self-exploration. The external markers of success, while providing a semblance of meaning, may ultimately prove insufficient in addressing the profound existential void that contributes to depression. In the face of existential depression, the concept of existential resilience emerges as a potential framework for navigating the abyss. Existential resilience involves cultivating the inner strength to confront the inherent challenges of existence, finding meaning in the face of absurdity, and embracing the responsibility of freedom. Mindfulness, rooted in various contemplative traditions, offers a practical approach to developing existential resilience. By cultivating present moment awareness, individuals can develop a deeper understanding of their thoughts and emotions. Mindfulness practices provide a space for individuals to confront existential concerns without being overwhelmed by them, fostering a sense of acceptance and presence. Existential presence involves engaging with life's challenges authentically and fully. Rather than evading existential questions, individuals practicing existential presence confront them with curiosity and openness. This process of exploration may lead to a deeper understanding of one's values, priorities, and the meaning inherent in the present moment. The stories we tell ourselves about our lives play a crucial role in shaping our sense of identity and purpose. In the face of existential depression, individuals can engage in a process of existential reconstruction by re-examining and reshaping their personal narratives. Existential reconstruction involves exploring the themes and narratives that have shaped one's understanding of life. This process may reveal patterns of thought and belief that contribute to existential despair. By re-evaluating and reframing these narratives, individuals can uncover new meanings and possibilities, fostering a sense of purpose and direction. The philosophy of depression, particularly through the existential lens, invites us to confront the abyss of human existence with courage and curiosity. Depression, rather than being solely a pathology, can be seen as a profound exploration of the questions that define our humanity. Existential depression, rooted in the search for meaning, the burden of freedom, and the tension between authenticity and societal expectations, challenges individuals to navigate the complexities of modern life. By integrating existential philosophy with psychological insights and exploring avenues for existential resilience, we can begin to unravel the threads of despair and open ourselves to the transformative possibilities that lie within the existential abyss. Embracing the depth of the human experience, with all its uncertainties and complexities, becomes the key to finding meaning and purpose in the face of existential challenges. Albert Camus wisely said, "In the depth of winter, I finally learned that within me there lay an invincible summer." As we navigate the intricate tapestry of the human experience, let us not forget that even in the darkest corners of existential despair, there exists the potential for profound transformation. Embrace the questions, confront the abyss, and discover the invincible summer within. If this exploration resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's embark on this journey together, unraveling the philosophy of depression and finding resilience in the depths of our existence. Until next time, stay curious, stay authentic, and remember, the search for meaning is a journey worth taking. See you in the next episode.